Yeah, it just seemed like it was a movie made by people that haven't made many movies. And people that aren't very talented in their job. The writing was just lazy. They didn't develop the characters. I wasn't bought into anybody. I actually did like the homeowner, the black dude. Because he was just like a good guy.
George.
Yeah, George was the guy that was actually going to help. You know, I liked him. He seemed like an honest character. I feel like in times of trouble like this,
you'd want a George.
Yeah, and I think most people would try to be a George, like try to help.
I didn't like that they made Kevin Bacon's character seem like this piece of shit.
He's an American.
Which, in
if you're
reality,
a patriot, you're a piece of shit.
If the world is just going to shit, I think it's just pretty well known that you're going to take care of your family until everything's like solved.
And also, if you're a patriot, because you had an American flag, if you're writing honestly, if you're a proud American, you're going to want to be helping out your fellow Americans in times of trouble because the country's under fucking attack.
So thank you for that. Okay. So I will say, I didn't like the spin that they had going back on the shed with Julia Roberts' character and Ruth. You know, they're talking about like, you know, in times like these, like, nobody really cares about you. You're just like on your own. Like that's pretty much like the message that they're conveying. You should go to a small town whenever tragedy hits.
Yeah.
You know this better than anybody. I mean, you've been through hurricanes. Like I have been not on that big of a level, but like small town in East Texas when it snows and people are like getting in wrecks. I've seen communities come together.
Yes.
To help neighbors that they don't even know who exist.
Because humanity is not evil. People are not bad.
Granted, it's not all good, but it's not all bad.
No, during hurricane season, there was people from Louisiana who drove their boats down to Houston so they could help people and scoop people up and rescue people all throughout the city that was flooded.
My dad from East Texas drove all the way to Houston and got on a boat and just started helping people out.
We knew it was going to rain, so me and my family went to people's houses to help move their shit upstairs so that way they could not ruin all their furniture.
Yeah, and so it just annoys me like how out of touch I think Hollywood or famous people might be because like the way that they think is more selfish than the fact that like normal people, like that's just not how it works. Like communities do come together and help one another. And so I hate this whole propaganda of like, if the world were to come to an end, you're just on your own. That's just not the case.
If that was the case, civilizations wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
Like humanity's been through so much trouble because it's existed for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have cities. We still have towns. We all will live in a town. We all build a family. We all have a community. That's just what we naturally do. So in times of trouble, you're going to go to your basic instincts and you're going to get your people together and you're going to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, on a small scale, I'm just thinking about like the times like growing up, like when it got freezing, snowing, and there were people around like our community that were a little worried about being heated. Like, oh shit, do we have enough food? Dude, just come over. All right, we'll ride this out. Like, that's how it works.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like, this is not... Just seeing this movie and seeing, like, how isolated people are, it's more annoying because I'm just like, this is not how it would go in a lot of places in the country.
You're right. It could be, like, a lot of these Hollywood celebrities being out of touch because everybody out there is out to get you. They want to get fame. They're okay fucking you over. They're okay just breaking their word with you and breaking their integrity to get their fame and success. So they think that the world is shitty because they are all just shitty.
Yeah, and it's like, no. Like, for the most part, people help one another. People don't look at a family in need and are just like, no, if you don't get off my porch, I'm going to blow you off with a shotgun. Like, no, that's just not how it works.
No, if you're being sketchy.
That reminded me, fuck that other scene with the lady that he leaves on the side of the road.
Why?
Because that interaction wouldn't happen. She's just screaming in a language she doesn't understand for the whole time.
And he says, I don't understand what you're saying.
And she keeps going.
Right. Like, they would come to a general, like, what do you need?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I guarantee you both of them know basic Spanish words that they could figure out a way to communicate somehow.
Regardless of not knowing the same language, there's always the general language of, like, I need help.
Yeah.
Like,
you good? You not
like
good?
like you figure it out in that time of stress. Like, you're not just going to tell somebody, I don't know what you're saying, and then they're just going to continue to, like, try and communicate in their own language. Like, that's just not how it works.